Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Today we are playing iFishing.
I'm in the Florida Keys, investigating two gruesome incidents, trying to discover what is attacking people in these shallow coastal waters. And I have a bite. A long streamline fish. Is that a baby barracuda?
Let's do this.
Those are big teeth on a small fish, good heavens. My first barracuda. There's no doubt about that being a predator. Long and streamlined, that helps with the speed, big tail. And that sort of mirror finish, actually in open water, that is really good camouflage. The other thing that's very obvious, big eyes. So no doubt that this thing's a sight hunter. But I am just drawn to those teeth. Even on a small one like this, those are wicked teeth. They seem to be pointing backwards.
Okay, hold on,
so
guys.
anything that gets in there and tries to pull away is actually just going to sink those teeth deeper. I've never caught a barracuda before, and I've not heard of them jumping out of the water. But if they do, one this size would not have the power to knock an adult out of her kayak. I need to see what a bigger barracuda is capable of, so I head to deeper water to find a larger wreck. So we found more structure. There's basically quite a big
lake selection
here, and based on what I know so far, I'm now working a lure across the wreck.
So basically, I don't got enough.
My casts yield nothing, so I fish deeper and switch from lures to bait, which I drop around the wreck.
We'll try it.
Oh, there's one after it.
Okay, this is practice.
Here we go, look.
Strike.
So I had a bite, but nowhere near the hook. It actually took half of the fish. So this is what barracuda does, just clean bite through the flesh. The fact that you've got something that size with teeth like that in this water, lovely clear water, nice sandy beach over there, looks all quite benign, but stuff like that in this water. I try again with another whole bait fish. There it goes. No, try it again. Look at this. Look at this. This is carnage. That wasn't a hookup. Seeing that, you know, you really appreciate that you don't want to be anywhere near those teeth, whether you're a small fish or even a person. Could those teeth be what caused the injuries to Carrie and Bill? I need to find out more about barracuda.
There's an inner row of large teeth.
Barracuda expert Dr. Evan D'Alessandro of the University of Miami talks me through their hardware. So it not only cuts through the flesh, it cuts through the bone as well.
Flesh, bone, and everything.
Based on the skull size, we're looking at a 5-foot barracuda. I mean, these ones in the front are interesting, aren't they? Because at first sight, they look as if they've just got a point, but they've actually got there's a blade on the leading edge, isn't there?
Yes, and that's very characteristic of a barracuda attacking something. It's very precise and almost surgical in the way that it cuts its prey. And also at high speed, they can actually cut without the barracuda even doing much biting action. Just by ramming something, they can actually cut it.
That explains the clean slice on my bait. And I wonder whether it also explains the slice on Bill's foot. I was talking to somebody who was in one of these canals doing some work to his dog. He's just getting out of the water. His foot is about 2 or 3 feet under the surface and something hits it. Is this a possible candidate?
I'd say it's a very high likelihood that it could have been one of these because his foot dangling in the water probably mimicked a small fish. and Barracuda probably saw that as prey.
One tooth with a sharp edge, moving at speed, is just going.
Yes, absolutely.
I ask about the attack on Carrie. There was a woman I was talking to who was kayaking in the mangroves. Something leaves the water and then impacts the side of her chest. It broke a rib, punctured the lung. Is Barracuda a possibility for that?
Barracuda can jump when they're chasing their prey.
So even if the teeth don't actually make contact, the fact that you've got that mass and that momentum and you've got that pointed shape, that if that impacts you, even that can cause a lot of damage.
Absolutely.
He broke the line, folks.
So at last, a big predator that can jump clear out of the water. To underline his point, Evan tells me about another bizarre incident. John Zeliff was fishing with his buddy. Nothing could have prepared them for what was about to happen. They've hooked something big and it's taking off at speed. Suddenly it does a 180, heads straight towards the boat, and leaps out of the water straight at John. The Barracuda's razor-sharp teeth slice through his arm, right down to the boat. I tracked John down in Key Largo.
I really thought that I was going to die. You don't realize how fast they come. I mean, it must have been coming 30, 40 miles an hour. Because it jumped out of the water from 30 feet away, and it was on top of me before my brain could process what was happening. So at that point, all I could do to keep him from hitting me in the chest was put my arm up and just deflect him off of me.
Well, it's now clear to me that Barracuda could have carried out the attacks on both Carrie and Bill. The question is, though, do they really get big enough to
Okay, now we're gonna do a tournament, folks.
and smash their ribs?
Let's do
Barracuda are fast,
15 minutes.
explosive predators armed with 3 rows of razor-sharp teeth, 2 rows in the upper jaw and 1 in the lower. They are said to grow to 6 feet in length and weigh 100 pounds. But can Barracuda get this big in these shallow coastal waters? That is what I need to find out.
we go to the menu.
And caught the juvenile Barracuda.
Tackle
I know
farms.
these visual hunters are fast, both in the water and out. Time to adapt my fishing and catch one big enough to knock a woman out of a kayak. I suppose a big difference between what I'm used to, freshwater, and this is that, the saltwater tends to be more open, so it's all a lot more about speed. So small fish, if they're in open water, they're going to be...
That's a small bass.
And if you're a predator, you keep an eye out for that, and you travel faster. So my lure needs to behave like a fleeing prey fish. Despite there being hooks on there, you can sort of drag that through the shallows and keep it just in the top few inches. Suddenly, I see a Barracuda sweep in. Yes! What is the origin of the name Barracuda? Find out right after this.
Cookies and brownies coming together to form Brookies, and this Guardian's Awesome Mix Blizzard. Hey, Jen, that's enough. Star-Lord's clean.
What?
The new DQ Guardian's Awesome Mix Blizzard. You can see the film May 5th.
Are you fucking serious?
Before the break, I asked what is the origin of the name Barracuda. It's thought to be of Spanish origin. Barraco is Catalan for snaggletooth.
So basically, I just fucking.
I'm in Florida, trying to find out if barracuda grow big enough in these coastal waters to knock someone out of a kayak.
Continue my tournament. Dong dong. Wait.
It's thrown the hook. Well, that was exciting. What happened there was it was a barracuda hit very soon after the lure hit the water, and what I've been trying to do is get to the point, get my casting so that as soon as that lure hits the water, I've got a tight line to it and it's moving immediately. If you don't do that, if it's dead in the water for even a fraction of a second, it's going to clop, but it's just a piece of plastic. I thought that was well hooked, that. Off we go again. So they're here anyway, we found them. That was a big one. That fish there, I mean, my heart is still going. It was pretty close to the boat and probably 4.5 foot long, 25 pounds, something like that. I mean, I saw the head, I saw the black head, and it looked like the head of a dog coming up the water. Well, I certainly came close to hooking up with some big fish.
Okay.
But I don't know, they just seem very, very skittish, very canny. And it's not just happening. You know, there is a fish down there with my name on it, but I'm not quite sure yet how to catch it. I'm thinking what I need to do now is get in the water. Now, in a river, this would normally be a waste of time, but here the water's clear. And what I really want to do is have a look around some of these wrecks and hopefully see a big barracuda. I'm hoping that if I can see how they attack, that's going to help me figure out how to catch a big one. But it's not going to be easy. Top predators tend to be suspicious and they're hard to get close to. So I'm going to be going into underwater stealth mode using this closed-circuit rebreathing unit which doesn't give off clouds of bubbles. So in theory, I'm going to be able to get much closer to barracuda. But this is a trade-off, as rebreather diving is highly technical. Unlike normal scuba diving, this bubble-free system is computer-driven. So if something goes wrong, the result could be catastrophic, unless I take action. But if I'm to get my quarry, then I must go the extra mile, unnoticed.
Big wreck here.
The USS Spiegelgrove is a 510-foot warship, which after decommissioning was sent to a watery grave. It's now an encrusted metal reef in 135 feet of water. It's a maze of rooms and corridors, ideal for ambush predators like barracuda, but this makes it more dangerous for me. 8 divers have died on this wreck. Some lost their way inside and never found their way out. Barracuda have been known to attack divers, their teeth tearing through dive suits and into flesh. The visibility deteriorates the deeper I go.
Barracuda.
Just look at that straight line body on the street and area of
to know how to work the damn rig.
Suddenly, it heads off into open water, which is when I spot them massing above me.
There is just a stack of barracuda here at about 30 feet. Lots of fish, good sized fish.
Perhaps they're gathering to protect themselves from a larger predator that I've not seen.
I've now actually halting formation with a squadron of barracuda.
Suddenly, I'm surrounded by thousands of razor-sharp teeth.
Can Bosley regrow your hair?
This is my own growing hair that I can comb, cut, style, do whatever I want with it.
The results I've achieved have been exceptional. This is my real hair. I can do with it whatever I want. This is mine.
Bosley gave me my hair back. I cut this hair. I wash this hair. I mess this hair up if I want to mess this hair up.
I can't explain to you the way that it made me feel to be able to wear my hair down, go out on dates, and have confidence again.
Can Bosley regrow your hair?
This is my hair. This is my hair.
Call or go online for your free, no-obligation self-evaluation kit. Plus, call in the next 6 minutes, and we'll even send you this $250 gift certificate. The information is free, so choose to grow back your own real hair. Choose Bosley. Call now.
The vet life isn't just a job. It's about doing what you love with the people that you love. Here we go.
The Vet Life. New episodes, Saturdays at 10 on Animal Planet.
Is your relationship less than perfect?
Scratchy, white, I'm her prey almost.
Do you feel like you're losing control?
Come down and there'd be poo on the kitchen counter.
It's not them, it's you.
Are you trying to tell me that I'm not a cat person?
But Jackson Galaxy's here to help. He's not a bad cat, he's just misunderstood. He'll turn your home from all his to your bliss.
Oh my God, I love my job.
My Cat from Hell. Season premiere Saturday at 9 on Animal Planet.
With big time tags for an all new star studded season. Did you get all that?
Tanked. New episodes Fridays at 10 on Animal Planet.
It's horses, fancy hats, and dogs at the Virginia Gold Cup on Saturday, May 6th. Gates open at 10 a.m. with pre-race entertainment for the whole family, including Jack Russell Terrier races, tailgate, and hat contests with great prizes. Come see 8 exciting horse races and now with pari-mutuel betting. Don't miss it. Spend the day in Virginia horse country in the Virginia Gold Cup races Saturday, May 6th at Great Meadow in the Plains, Virginia. Purchase tickets in advance at your neighborhood Harris Teeter or online at vagoldcup.com.
I'm in the Florida Keys, planning to dive with barracuda. I'm hoping if I can see how they behave, I can figure out how to catch a big one. I put on chainmail gloves, protection against a fish that shows no fear, and that is literally armed to the teeth. Then I head down with a bucket of bait to draw in the fish that barracuda eat. And start chumming the water, wondering what is lurking out there.
Some vibration and movement in the water. It's definitely calling in the predators. And there's one here.
Does it intend to attack my bait? Or me?
There's one out here. Here's my bait. Here's my rod. Normally I've got a reel and some line. Today I'm going on.
This fish is wary, assessing the danger before striking.
That came in at a rate of knots. It just locked on and it was coming at speed. Just fearsome, absolutely fearsome, these things. Just a little brain of scales in order. I'm really getting an understanding of how they lock on and how they attack. Barracuda, it hits, and it hits straight on. It's not like a sideways movement like you get in some fish, like sharks. Didn't take the bait, it just sliced the end clean off. I scarcely even saw it.
That's what must have happened to Bill's foot.
For a moment there, I wasn't looking at a fish getting nailed, I was looking at a human foot, and I can absolutely imagine now what must have been going on underneath the water when Bill got attacked. I've learned so much about barracuda. Just seeing them feed right in front of me. I can certainly now visualise much better what's going on out of sight under the surface.
Now it's time to put this experience into practice with rod and line. I head out with skipper Brad Nowicki. He was born in the Keys, so knows these waters well. So how big is this wreck we're going to?
This one is one of the biggest wrecks we have.
And do you tend to find that, you know, the bigger the wreck, the bigger the fish?
Yes.
So if I'm after big barracuda, I mean, this should be a pretty good
This
day.
should be a good wreck to be on.
I'm just having a good look at the gear I'm going to be using. It's scaled up a little bit from what I was using on the flats, but you can't go ridiculously heavy because in clear water, fish with good eyesight, they can see sort of, you know, wire cable. It has to be quite delicate. And what we're going to try and do, because there's lots of sharp bits of metal down on the wreck, what we're going to try and do is bring the fish up off the wreck, and then once they're hooked, don't let them get back down. Once out of port, we travel southeast from Key West to where the shallow coastal waters drop off into the deeper ocean. Well, we're here. This is the wreck. Not that you would know it. As with all open ocean fishing, the surface gives little away. Without Brad, I would never have known that a 500-foot wreck is only 40 feet below me. While diving on the Spiegel Grove, I saw barracuda hanging out above the wreck, so I'm trying to position my bait there. My goal is to hook one large enough to knock someone into the ocean and break bones. Here we go. This time,
You won
I can
first
picture
prize.
what's happening under the surface. Within seconds, something's running with my bait, and it feels big.
Yes, 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 yes.
I would personally like to thank our thousands of loyal customers at Antrim Honda, and I'd also like to invite everyone to come and experience a better way from Antrim Honda. Our better way is giving you the best experience. That means having the most friendly, knowledgeable, and courteous staff, along with the area's finest service department and amenities. There's more. Our best price guarantee. Simply put, we'll beat any other Honda dealer's price. Price, selection, and a better way, all from Antrim Honda. Home of the best price guarantee.
Antrim Way Honda in Greencastle. Introducing Henry's Hard Grape Soda. The dawn of grape
hard, Soda. Live hard. Ish.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna be it. Thanks for watching, and peace out. That's gonna be it. Thanks for watching, and peace out.